Hi, welcome. This is Loretta. How are you doing today? Hope everyone's doing good. I'm going to do a reading for 2026 about just an overall view of 2026. And the spread I'm using is 15 cards. It's just talk to me layout. Uh, Tell me what we need to know today about 2026. Okay. So I'm using the tarot or call Carl Jung Major Arcana. And yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. So I hope you're all doing really well. And for those of you that are looking forward to or interested in uh my the tarot deck, consultant tarot that the Unseen Realm had me put together. I put the payment in on the order. So it's underway. So I don't know if it's gonna, I don't know if it's gonna be here. I don't think it's gonna be here when they first said it was going to be, but it's in the works. So whatever they want to do, whatever spirit decides. So, okay. We want spirit to talk to us. Spirit, what's 2026? What's the overview? What's the overview of 2026? Talk to us. Tell us what we need to know today about 2022, 2026. What do we all need to know today about 2026? These aren't going to shuffle very good, so at least I hope you're all doing well. Are you keeping yourselves busy in a good way? I know we all have lots of responsibilities. We need to do our best to stay grounded. All right. Do deep breathing, meditate, all that helps. All of it. Spirit, tell us what we need to know today about 2026, about the outlook for 2026. Tell us what we need to know today using the major arcanas. Carl Jung. Okay. All right. We got the chariot. All right. Chariot, the Empress, High Priestess, Tower, Judgment. Mhm. Yeah, put these up here closer. Keep in mind. What do we all need to know about 2026? The Magician, the Moon, the Devil, the Star, the Sun. My goodness. The World, the Hierophant, the Fool, the Lovers, Strength, Well, thank God she's gonna showed up. All right. At the bottom of the deck, very interestingly, is the Hangman, the card of surrender. Yeah. So the main theme, oh yeah. The main theme here, right in the center. Main theme, the devil. So let's see let me get my little eyeball here. Help me out with being able to see this good. Yeah, little print on it. It says people will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. So this represents bondage, materialism, and the shadow self, reflecting Jung's observation on the lengths people go to avoid self-confrontation. Yeah, that is the thing. You know, that's why we're in this mess. That's my knowing. That's why we're in this mess. Okay, so that's the main thing. And what we pay close attention to are these corner positions here. All right. So we got the Chariot here. We got Judgment here. We've got the World here. And then the ending card is Strength. So on the corner, the Chariot, Judgment, the World, and Strength. Okay, now let's look at this. So with the Chariot, oh, I'll go ahead and read all his messages here because they're beautiful. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. So that's where we start. We have to choose what we're going to become. All right. Underneath that is the Magician. Okay. So this is anchoring this corner together. These cards that are anchoring. I'm going to go through all of this. Okay. The meeting of two personalities is like the contract of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. Got that? Yeah. Symbolizes manifestation and the transformation of ideas into reality, much like the transformative interaction Jung describes. Okay. And then we have the Empress sitting right next to there. Okay. Yeah. The creation of something new is not accomplished by the intellect, but by the play instinct. You get that? The play instinct. It's not about being the adult, it's the play instinct. You know, what makes you feel good? What makes us feel good? Aligns with the Empress, who symbolizes fertility, creativity, and the nurturing of ideas into fruition. The Empress. So the Chariot, the Empress, the Magician. Sounds like we got it going on, right? And then we've got the Moon. Okay, so this is all, there's message taken here, and then we'll do over here, and then we're going to do here, and then we're going to do here, and then we go from the outside or from the inside out. All right. Here we've got the Moon. All right. And the Moon, the unconscious is not just evil, but by nature, it is also the source of the highest good, not only dark, but also light, not only bestial, semi-human, and demonic, but superhuman, spiritual, and, in the classical sense of the world, divine. You got that? This represents the the unconscious, intuition, and the shadow self, mirroring Jung's complex view of the unconscious as a source of both our darkest fears and our greatest enlightenments. All right. You know, so this is how we're going to begin, because this is the beginning, right, of 2026. And we can't poo-poo the shadow. We have to incorporate our shadow selves going forward. Okay? And we've got the Magician and the Empress, the Chariot, we got everything. Promising is right here. It's beautiful. Okay. Now, we want to look at, let's look at the outsides. Well, the theme. The theme here is the devil. So how many cards we got touching this one here? We got the moon here. We got the star here. We got the fool down here. We got the high priestess here. And in the corners, we got the devil at the tower. Down here, we got the Hierophant. Isn't that interesting? Look at this. Hierophant, devil, tower. It's what we're dealing with. Let's see what the other way looks like. The Empress, the devil, the lovers. Interesting. Moon, devil, star. High priestess, devil, a fool. Lot of interplay. There's going to be. There's absolutely going to be. Okay. All right. So the theme here, we're looking at the devil. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. Oh, such a sad thing, right? But, let's see. Yeah, so that's the theme. But at the root of it, if you look underneath, we got the root of it is the fool. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Embodies the essence of the fool, representing the beginning of a journey, innocence, and the potential for personal growth. Yeah. So we're going to take this thing because we've got a brand new restructuring beginning happening. It begins in 2026. All right. This is us on this journey, making our way out. And then we've got the high priestess. So these are our thoughts, okay, and our feelings. The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. It absolutely is, isn't it? Yeah. Represents intuition, mystery, and understanding one's inner depths, paralleling Jung's call for self-acceptance and exploration of the subconscious. This is going to be the challenge, embracing all and continuing on into a bright future. So what's influencing the devil is the moon here. The moon. The unconscious is not just evil by nature, it is also the source of the highest good, not only dark, but also light, not only bestial, semi-human, and demonic, but superhuman, spiritual, and in the classical sense of the word, divine. Yeah. So we can't see, it's unseen, it's in the shadows. We feel it, we bumped up against it, we know it's there. So that's the influence. Okay, that's on the backside. The material that's, see, it's like propping it up, they're prop this up. Okay. But where is it going? We got the star here. And then we got the sun right here. Isn't that interesting? Because here also the moon is backed up by the magician to give us the tools that we all need, all right, to pull this off. So going forward, we've got the star. We've got the star. And it says, hope is a thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Complements the star's symbolism of hope, inspiration, and serenity, reflecting the light that guides us through darkness. And we are being guided through this darkness. And then we got the sun. Ooh, ahead of us in 2026. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens. Listen to that, man. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens. Symbolizes joy, success, and vitality, echoing the awakening and enlightenment that comes from introspection, as Jung suggests. All right, I like that. Okay. So what's hanging at the corner here? If we're looking at the theme, this is the one where you got, this is like, so we're looking diagonal here. Looking diagonal. Yeah. Because we got the Hierophant. All right. And I'm getting this feeling, this image of the cat holding on to the tree limb, you know? That's the position here of the Hierophant. One looks back with appreciation to the brilliant teachers, but with gratitude to those who touched our human feelings. Represents tradition, conformity, and education, mirroring Jung's respect for those who guide us not just intellectually, but emotionally. Must be that religious aspect we talked about, maybe, or maybe it's both. I guess it's a little blend of both. Yeah. So we travel from that, hanging on, to the tower. The tower. So everything that irritates us about others can lead us to understanding of ourselves. Can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Symbolizes sudden changes, breakdown, and the revelation of truths, resonating with Jung's belief in the value of self-reflection, triggered by external conflicts. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening to you, the self-reflection, because we're all going through this. All of us are going through this, right? But we've got in the other direction, we've got the Empress, the beautiful Empress. We got the devil here, and then we got the Empress telling us the creation of something new is not accomplished by the intellect, but by the play instinct. Aligns with the Empress, who symbolizes fertility, creativity, and the nurturing of ideas into fruition. So, excuse me there. So we've got fertility and growth here. Okay. And we come down here and we've got the Lovers. Okay, this is the cross here that we're bearing. The Lovers. The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. Emphasizes transformative power of the relationships and choices made from the heart, relevant to the Lovers. All right. So this is very transformative, you know, and it's going to transform, you know. We got this materialism, and then you got the Empress and the Lovers here. This is momentum. This is good. This is growth. This is inner revelation. This is awesome. Okay, so we've looked at that. Now we're going to look over. So figure, let's see, there are 4 quarters in the year, although there are 5 crosses here, and then 3 down. So I'm thinking we're looking at like 5 segments or 3 parts. We'll look at it. We'll look. So here we've got judgment in the corner. Now, we pay close attention to what's hanging out in the corner because it ripples. It ripples. Just like the theme, ripples, ripples. Okay. Judgment. We cannot change anything until we accept it. Ain't that the truth? And we're not there yet, but it's still 2025. We cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. All right. About self-evaluation, rebirth, and awakening, resonating with Jung's emphasis on the necessity of acceptance for transformation. Yeah. The acceptance will come. And also, I want to remind everyone, if you haven't been privy to this already, or hearing it from somebody, I'm going to say it again here. Come, let's say around October. It's going to be around October. Maybe it blends into November. Maybe it begins the end of, maybe the end of September through the end of November. I don't think it's going to go through, maybe, let's say mid-November. I think in that time frame. And don't hold me to it. Nobody can be held to any time frame here, But it feels like, let's do that. It feels like that's time frames that that those that have been suckered are going to realize it. And when the reaction happens, get out of the way. Step back. Clear the path for them. If you're in some kind of gathering, go to the outside of the gathering, the backside, or leave altogether. Yeah, because remember what happened on the 6th? What's going to happen might make that look like child's play. So just forewarn. There you go. Just remember, stay out of their way. Let them have their hissy fit. All right. So judgment's going to happen. Tower is sitting right next to it. All right. We got the star right here and the sun right here. So these two are going to clash. They're going to clash big time. Well, that's for 2025, isn't it? Yeah. We're talking 2026 here. So judgment's going to come. Well, yeah, because, there's a lot of legal things that are going to happen. So this is beginning, and then we're going to get into the legalities of what's happening here to clean this mess up or get us on track, get us back on track to prosperity and camaraderie and, just caring about ourselves again, not just ourselves, but our neighbor, everybody, our community. Yeah. Okay. So I went from this corner to this corner. All right, now I'm coming down here to this corner where we have the world. Yeah, where we got the world sitting. So if we look at the year in 4 quarters, say this is the first quarter, this is the second quarter, this is the third quarter, and this is the fourth quarter. I like that. Okay, that works. That works. And if you know anything about business, and the taxes, that system's all set up in quarters, 3-month quarters. Okay. So January, February, March, April, May, June, June, July, August, September, October, November. Wait a minute. That's not right either. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. No. Okay, my brain's not working right. What? I can't do that. But anyway, there's 4 quarters in a year. I'm still going by like, even though I can't get my month straight. Okay, sorry. All right. So what do we say about the world? The world card says the good of life is to make your heartbeat match the beat of the universe, to match your nature with nature. Represents completion, harmony, and the sense of oneness with the universe, perfectly encapsulating Jung's vision of ultimate unity and self-realization. Okay. So we're looking above that. So these are the thoughts. All right. We got the magician. So we've got all the tools, and there is the moon. So you got some unseen elements there. And then here's the Hierophant. So, and this is our judicial and religious institutions. All right. So let's say the third quarter. I'm looking at the third quarter in 2026 is most likely when we're going to see some real reconstruction, either plans or, it's in the works. So we should see something percolating up in the third quarter of 2026. In the fourth quarter of 2026, I love this because in the very corner, we've got the Strength card. All right. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Not just about physical might, but also the inner strength to face life's challenges, echoing Jung's advice on mastering one's own mind. Yeah. This is the fourth quarter. All right. So anchoring that is the Strength card. Above that is the sun, diagonally the star, and at its backside, the Lover. All right. It looks like it's going to be a productive year for us. Like we have not had a productive year. I mean, a collective one. I'm talking about the collective and, repairing and the regrowth. The regrowth really begins in 2026. Even if it's just a little bit, it is there and it's coming. And this looks great. I like the feel of this. I like the feel of this. That's great. Okay. So I'm going to do some clarifiers now. And yeah, I'm going to use the real life tarot deck. And I'm just going to do 4 for each quarter. I could do the 5 one for the theme too. Okay. Just to add a little something to this and see what we've got going on. All right. But I like what I see. I like what I see. Very much. I like what I see. Okay, I'm going to do 4 shuffles, and then I'm going to lay down some clarifiers. 2, 3, whoops. There, got it. All right, there we go. Now, just because this is for the everyday people, so clarifier on the first quarter for the everyday people. Oh, we've got the used hybrid. Interesting. The used hybrid. So we may be pulling from what we know works, you know, pulling the good parts forward. I like that. Yeah. I'm going to do the theme last. I'll do the quarters first. Okay. So in the second quarter, oh, we got the ghost. Yeah, because this is where Judgment Tower, and the star, and the sun is. So we'll be visited by a few ghosts during that second quarter. This third quarter, where the world anchors, the world card anchors. Oh, we've got the alien. Now we have been told that 26 or 27, well, 26, because I thought it was going to be the end of this year, you know, that's what it was feeling like. So now they're showing up in 27. I don't even remember this card being in this deck, but what do I know, right? Oh, this one. Okay, this is the fourth quarter. Yeah. You got the strength, the lovers, the star, and the sun. It's a new world. It's a new beginning in the fourth quarter. Look at all them babies and all their toys. They're interested. They're concerned. There's a smile on one face. So it runs the gamut, you know. But there's a new beginning. We are the babes. We all are the babes. Now, the theme for the devil, we got the bullshit artist. Okay. Yeah. All right. I like that. Oh, and underneath of the clarifiers, we got the poster. So, TJT. Maybe. So, anyway, I like, yeah, I like this reading. So, 2026. This is August 20th today that I'm reading on this. So bands of UFOs are making an appearance in this spread here. What I'll do is we will get a message from the Pleiadians. How about that? Bands third quarter. Third quarter. Yeah. So in the third quarter, let's see. So July, August, September. July, August, September is the third quarter frame, you know. And don't hold anybody on the time frames because man, they don't spirit, it can't pin them down, you know. They're on a different, they don't have a clock. That's what it is. They don't have a clock and they don't have a calendar. They go by the stars and the moon and planets and all that. Okay. All right. Now we're asking the Pleiadians for a message regarding 2026. All right. Let's do that. Let's ask the Pleiadians for some guidance on 2026 on this reading here. Okay. How did this all come out? How did this all come out? Right. 2026. Pleiadians. 2026. What's message regarding this? Oh, star family. Yeah, look at that. The alien star family. Oh, and just so you know, um, back ever so long ago, we look like them. Okay. This is some kind of cartoon thing that was developed after Spielberg did his movie. So anyway, star family. Oh, and then we've got transmission. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and read both of those. All right. First we'll go star family. Mhm. Here we go. All right. It says, scattered throughout your earth rests an enlightened army of more than 144,000 souls that seek to actively serve your planet's evolution. Amongst this group of service workers rests an even tighter niche of relatives that may refer to as their soul or star family. These are beings within your close circle that come from similar constellations and are on similar life missions. When beings of these same frequencies converge together, magic occurs as consciousness connects multiple forms of intelligence to the Pleiadians are similar in nature as we arrange our societies around group consciousness and build upon its strength. Frequently, we come together on group situations, councils, and collectives to be better, grow, and evolve our species. These group councils facilitate us to consciously weave our intellect and receive integrated, more whole intelligence that serves our species and world. Let's see. Of intelligence to. Oh, okay, there it is. I missed it. I thought, where's the end of that sentence? Form of intelligence to reawaken one another. So that's the message here. That's the message here. When beings of these same frequency converge together, magic occurs as consciousness connects multiple forms of intelligence to reawaken one another. All right, now I'm going to read the other one. Transmission. Okay. I'm not reading all of it, just the first couple of paragraphs. It is easy to memorize, repeat, and understand the star teachings on the mental level, but the true path of mastery is the way of embodiment. Embodiment is the anchoring of a frequency into all aspects of your being. When these energies are anchored, they offer a glimpse into future education on your earth, which is the way of transmission. In the now and beyond, education will not just involve the reading of deep literature or repetitive action like in times past, but also involve a link of energetic transmission being relayed from one being to another, like the great masters of your world, such as those in Mother India. A great transmission is passed forth via exchanges such as scatapat, sending students into an instant knowing. The transmission of scatapat will be similar to how knowledge and education will be passed forward on your future Earth. The world will be educated by code carriers who will guide the masses towards their specific field of study via transmissions downloaded into the students through their nervous system. The nervous system of the hue, that's us humans, the nervous system of the hue is a grand receiver of cosmic information and is the inner reflection of connecting to your modern day internet. When the nervous system becomes developed, it naturally becomes able to receive packets of data at light speed. This data is then able to access an infinite array of topic and subjects at graceful ease on any topic in creation through sensation. This is again observed through your earth masters, whom are able to engage in teachings on any topic much beyond their knowledge. Furthermore, transmissions also naturally sense individuals in their surrounding field and upload codes to them simply through their presence and soul communication. This focus on embodiment over memorizing knowledge allows one to become this living transmitter and thus transcend the age of hollow repeaters that don't grasp or live what they are preaching. As we move forward into our age of light, false teachers will naturally fade as your empowered citizenry is able to use their energy reading skills and intuition to weed them out. This will result in any false politician or shadow leader collapsing, setting the trajectory for only real, authentic souls to guide humanity into the golden age of awakening. Let's see. Okay. This is the last part of this. The transmission card arrives when the Pleiadian guides are seeking for you to seek beyond the book teachings and look for personal experience and or ones with experience. Know that your future self wishes for you to be empowered in a specific training that can only be fostered through your self-understanding and or communion with specific guides of experience. Begin to honor your own guidance and start to question what you have learned as truth. Seek the ones who offer transmission and know that self-knowledge rests within. That's beautiful. I love that. And speaking on that, I am collaborating with BJ on a ministry. So we're just starting out and seeing what we can develop, but it's going to be online, of course. So probably start out recorded, but if we can move it into the live, that's a possibility also. We're exploring it right now though. So we can the idea is to advance the teachings, the knowledge that we've already, been privy to. But a lot of it is still being muted. It's being muted. And so we seek to unmute that and blend it with the Christ consciousness and Sophia. So anyway, that's the news I got. And is there anything else? Well, not that I can think of at the moment. So y'all have a good day. All right. Take real good care of yourself. Remember, do something to love on yourself. Give yourself a hug, at the very least. Take a few deep breaths, calm yourself, rid yourself of any anxiety. All right. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you like it, click the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you. All right. I love y'all. Take real good care of yourself. Remember, love yourself, love the others, and be the light because you are the light. All right. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Thank you for being here.